Deciding on the criteria that you want for your home is probably one of the hardest things that you'll do to make sure that you're getting the home that you want. And it's one of the first conversations that I have with my clients to make sure that I'm really understanding what they're looking for and making sure that I find them the right home for whatever time of their life that they're looking for. So I've broken it down into 5 different category areas of criterias that we're briefly going to go over that I think will help you get a better idea of what you're wanting to start looking for. So first is location. It's really important to figure out where you want to be, where you don't want to be. One of the things that I always recommend, especially if you're moving from like out of the area or something, or if it's in part of town that you've never been in, is jumping on Google Maps when you see a house on Zillow or Redfin that you like, and just using the street view to kind of walk around, drive around, I guess you could say, and see what the neighborhood's like. Or I always recommend, if you see a house that you like and we go look at it, if I'm your realtor, hopefully, then, go drive around at night. Make sure you feel safe in that neighborhood at all different times of the day. So it's also important to figure out where you don't want to live so that you can share that with me and I can make sure that we're only looking in spaces that you want to be in. Next is the condition. We can find something for you that's completely updated, brand new. You're not going to need to do anything, or something that's a light fixer. Sometimes homes are older and people have lived there for a while, and there's little things here and there that you can change, or there's little cosmetic things that you want to change to make it your own. It's really good for me to get an idea of what the condition you want it to be. If you want everything brand spanking new and you just got to get the keys and move your stuff in, or if you're okay with a slight fixer, a couple things that you want to change here and there, maybe painting, change the floors, light fixtures, that kind of stuff, then I can make sure I'm sending you the right kind of homes that meet that criteria. The next one is amenities. Really think about, are you swinging big, shooting for the moon, or, are we being more level-headed right now? And is this our first home that we're going for? So how many beds, how many baths do you want? What do you want the square footage to look like? Sometimes it's really hard to tell, like, what size a house really is, because you could walk into 2 houses in the same day that are the same square footage and they feel completely different. So layout plays a big portion in that. I remember when I was looking for my first home, I walked in a house that was 800 square feet, and then I went to one that was 1,000, and the one that was 1,000 felt smaller just because of the way that it was laid out. So it's always important that we get in size, but it's good to sort of know around what size you're wanting to work with. Also think about the lot size. Do you want a big backyard? Do you have kids or dogs, or do you love hosting backyard parties? Or do you not want a backyard at all? Do you want something small that you don't have to maintain? So think of all the different amenities that you want in a home, and we can talk about and go over all of those. I also have a buyer's wish list form that I can send you that prompts you with questions, and that might help, sort of guide you in what you're looking for, and then we can discuss it together. What are the terms that you're going to be looking at? So do you need any credits to move forward with this property, to do a rate buy down, or to help cover some of your closing costs? At different times of the year, it's easier for us to get credits when houses have been sitting, or see if we can get a price reduction. We also want to ask for them to cover the buyer's agent commission. All those terms are things that we can play with to fit what your needs are, and then also make your offer stronger outside of price, which is the next and last criteria. So of course, price is always the most important. We want to make sure we're putting you in a home that you're going to be able to afford over the life of that mortgage, or if you're buying it cash, it's something you're comfortable with. We always want to base it off the monthly payment that you're going to be okay with if you're going with a loan. If you're looking online and you're seeing homes that you like in a certain price range, then let's connect you with a lender. Make sure you talk to them and see if that's something that you can afford. And, sometimes you might have to adjust your budget from what you were thinking, but a good rule of thumb is for every $10,000 or so up or down, you're looking about $85 a month that has an effect on you. So say, for example, a home was $300,000 and you know what the mortgage is, and you're willing to offer $310,000, then your monthly mortgage would adjust about $85 if you moved forward with that home at that price. These are just 5 of the main criterias that, we sort of look at to make sure we're finding you the right house. And if you're working with the right realtor, hopefully me, we're going to be sending you homes that meet the criteria that we discussed. And if you have any questions or you want to fill out that buyer wish list, just shoot me a message. I'll send it over to you. And hopefully we'll start looking for your dream home soon.